Tribune delivers this deep six.
Good evening, everybody. How you guys all doing tonight? Figure I'd just hop on for a couple minutes to check in with you guys. So some big breaking news tonight that should shake up the wrestling world as far as the landscape for WWE Survivor Series this Sunday on the WWE Network. We have a new WWE champion, Drew McIntyre, defeating Randy Orton in a no disqualification match. Kind of had the vibe that on Friday of this past week on SmackDown that they were very much hinting at Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns at that possibility. Him defeating Jey Uso on Friday night. And their altercation. If it wasn't going to happen this coming Sunday Survivor Series, rest assured it would probably happen eventually. They planted the seeds for it. And as of now, 10 minutes ago, Randy Orton drops the title to Drew McIntyre, and now we're going to get that match, Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton, this Sunday at Survivor Series. Now, what does this mean for the landscape of the WWE going forward for the next few months? It looks like Randy Orton and Edge, which they still might be planning, was going to be rumored for a long time that would be a program for the WWE title. But it looks like we're not going to be quite possibly not getting that now. So this definitely. I couldn't even tell you where they're going to go. I was assuming that they could have the possibility of Drew winning the Rumble again, maybe win it back from Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Listen, it's a couple months away, but they've been planting the seeds for a lot of things. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. That's probably happen eventually. They planted the seeds for that on Raw. WWE made sure to point out that Sheamus is the friend of Drew McIntyre, longtime friends, so they could go down that route. But this definitely leaves a lot of thinking to do, a lot to the imagination of what they could possibly be doing now in the next couple months. It makes no sense that the title was dropped 3 weeks ago. Drew McIntyre losing to Randy Orton in Hell in a Cell, and then for Drew McIntyre to win it back. Because WWE can't do heel versus heel. But anyway, I digress on that. I do see, who knows, Drew McIntyre could lose it again next month in the next pay-per-view, which it could be TLC. I don't know what it's going to be. But anyhow, so that is the big news. Drew McIntyre, your new WWE champion. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. It's going to be interesting to see who they give the win to this Sunday night on Survivor Series. You would think that this will probably be the main event. Who do they give the win to here? Roman Reigns can't take the loss. I don't think Drew McIntyre should, but that's probably what might happen. I think with some interference. So we'll have to see what happens there this Sunday. But definitely a high-profile match. These two went head-to-head in WrestleMania 35 at MetLife Stadium. The two of them had a very good match. Drew McIntyre was in a big spot, considered to be part of the main event that year. And he showed up and showed out and proved that he belonged in the main event scene after that night. And that is kind of the time where he was kind of gaining momentum as a heel. And here we are. We'll see what happens. It's very interesting. This is a surprise we never get a championship title change on a Monday Night Raw. Very rare. Happens once every couple of years. So I don't know what to make of it, what's going to happen the next couple months, but I'm definitely enjoying seeing what's going to happen with when these two get together in the ring this Sunday. So some more news as far as the Deep Six Pro Wrestling podcast goes. This Thursday, we will be doing a watch along. That watch along will consist of two matches. Two of the most memorable matches, some of the memorable matches. We picked 6 matches that we liked, and then we give the choice to you fans. So make sure you guys vote on that. Pick 2 of any out of the 6 matches that we chose for this Thursday's watch along, and you vote. We'll watch. We'll talk about it. We'll have fun. You'll get to when you listen to our podcast, listen to the watch along. You can queue it up your WWE network as we're watching at the same exact time and hear our comments about it and talk about the feuds that are going on. So as far as who the matches that are in the lead right now, we'll take a quick look at it while I have you guys. Let's see here. Let's see who is in the lead. Okay. So as of now, we have Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, Survivor Series 96. And the other one, we have AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar. I believe that one was for the title 2017. So those are the 2 matches that are in the lead right now. So make sure you guys get your votes. This is voting season. Well, the real voting season is over, but we're not far away from it. So make sure you get your votes in. Your votes are important. We want to hear what you guys would like to watch, and the matches that get the most votes will be the matches that we watch for you guys, and then it will be put on the podcast if you can't watch along with us at the same time. But that is pretty much it. We got a pretty big week here. We got AEW Dynamite on Wednesday. We got our Survivor Series watch alongs Thursday. We have Survivor Series coming up this weekend. So we have a lot of good stuff coming up to watch between AEW and WWE with pay-per-views every other week. There's always something going on. So definitely this fall season has been an exciting time. There hasn't been many exciting fall seasons, but this one has been pretty decent so far. But that is pretty much it. Drew McIntyre, the new WWE champion. I had to hop on in excitement because, again, this is, a title change on Raw is something that we don't see that often, and it changes the complexion for this Sunday Survivor Series. Who's going to win? Probably Roman Reigns by some kind of foul play, because you got to kind of protect Drew McIntyre. And Roman, I don't think should be getting the loss soon. So that's who I got this Sunday. Imagine if it was a merging of the titles. That would be great, but that would really, really add a lot more intrigue to the match, but they're not doing that. But anyhow, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. So be sure to follow us on Twitter. So to get all your Twitter news, we'll be putting most of our news on the Twitter at Deep 6 PW. You can find us there. We also have the Facebook page, Deep 6 Pro Wrestling Podcast. We have our Facebook page that you could join. The WWE and AEW fans. The WWE and AEW wrestling fans Facebook group we got going on. Anyway, as usual, our Deep 6 Pro Wrestling Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube so you can get all the news. The Twitter we just talked about. We're also available on iTunes, Google Podcasts, and Spotify, and more. You can also follow us on backsportspage.com for all your sports news. And also, don't forget to don't forget our co-host Tommy is on there. He writes about the AEW Dynamite shows. He does reviews of the shows on there. So you can find that on backsportspage.com. So that's pretty much all I got for you today. I had to hop on. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I didn't even watch I didn't even watch the whole rest of Raw. I just came home at like 10:40 because I had a late night of work, and thankfully I got to catch a good WWE main event. That was a great title match between Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton, and I'll have to watch the rest of the show. Probably going to be tomorrow, Wednesday, and hopefully we get to talk about it later in the week sometime. But anyway, thank you guys so much for your support. We appreciate it. If you like the show, if you're willing to support what we're doing, please, all you have to do is follow us on Twitter, subscribe to YouTube, and share this with your friends. That's all we ask, and that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have an awesome night.